Good evening. This is All India Radio Kohima. I'm Katholena with the evening news. The headlines. Prime Minister Modi dedicates to the nation 3 key projects related to the petroleum sector. Monsoon Session of Parliament will begin from tomorrow and continue till 1st October. Nagaland detects 19 fresh cases while 61 patients recover from COVID-19 infection today. Tally stands at 5,083, and Union Minister Rijiju and Nagaland advisor Neikha pays homage to Dr. T. Au on his 22nd death anniversary. Prime Minister Narendra Modi dedicated to the nation 3 key projects related to the petroleum sector in Bihar through video conferencing today. The projects include the Durgapur-Banka section of the Paradip-Haldia-Durgapur pipeline augmentation project and 2 LPG bottling plants in East Champaran and Banka. Addressing on the occasion, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said gas-based industry and petro connectivity will give momentum for development in Bihar and eastern India. Modi said 900 crore petro projects will provide ample job opportunities. He said 1 crore 25 lakh cylinders will be filled per year at bottling plants in Banka and East Champaran. Modi said 7 states will be connected through 3,000-kilometer gas pipeline under Pradhan Mantri Urja Ganga Yojana. He said 8 crore people were provided gas connection under Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana. Modi said during Corona period, free gas cylinders became boon for poor people. Monsoon Session of Parliament will begin from tomorrow and continue till 1st of next month. In view of the COVID-19 pandemic, the session will be held in 2 shifts, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Except for the first day, the Rajya Sabha will sit in the morning shift and the Lok Sabha will sit in the evening. There will be no question hour and private members' bills will not be taken up in the upcoming session. The 0 hour will be restricted. Notifications issued by Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha Secretariat said there will be no breaks during the session. Several strict preventive measures including testing of all MPs, staggered seating of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, and use of both chambers and galleries to accommodate members while following physical distancing norms have been taken. Everyone, including the MPs who are supposed to enter the Parliament building during the session, have to undergo the RT-PCR test for COVID-19 at least 72 hours before the start of the session. On the eve of the session today, the News Services Division of All India Radio will bring you discussions on Issues Before Parliament and Sansad Ke Samaksh Mudde. Issues Before Parliament program can be heard on Rajdhani and FM Rainbow channels from 9:30 p.m. till 10 p.m. Sansad Ke Samaksh Mudde can be heard on the Indra Prastha and FM Gold channels at the same time. Detection of 19 fresh cases of COVID-19 increased Nagaland's tally of infected persons to 5,083 today. Health and Family Welfare Minister S. Pangyupom in a tweet said that 19 positive cases of COVID-19 have been detected out of 563 samples received. The cases are 16 in Dimapur, 2 in Mogokchung and 1 in Kohima. The minister also informed that 61 COVID-19 patients recovered from the virus, improving the number of recovered persons to 3,883. Today's recovery are 24 in Kohima, 23 in Dimapur, 13 in Tuensang and 1 in Wok. Another 1,172 patients are active while 8 persons have succumbed to the infection and 18 migrated to other states. The recovery rate of COVID-19 patients in the state is 76.39%. Meanwhile, Principal Director of Health and Family Welfare Department, Dr. Vizoli Z. Shokre, in the weekly update said the past week recorded 529 cases with the highest single-day spike of 310 cases on Friday. India's COVID-19 tally has crossed 47 lakh with 94,372 new infections being reported in a day. According to Health Ministry data, a total of 37 lakh 2,595 people have recovered from the infection, while the national recovery rate has improved to 77.88%. The COVID-19 case fatality rate has further dropped to 1.65%. The total coronavirus cases mounted to 47,54,356, while the death toll climbed to 78,586, with 1,114 people succumbing to the infection in a span of 24 hours. There are 9,73,175 active cases cases of COVID-19 in the country, which is 20.47% of the total case load. You're listening to the news from All India Radio, Kohima. Clinical trials of COVID-19 vaccines being developed by AstraZeneca and Oxford University have resumed in the United Kingdom after a brief safety pause. The trials resumed after the Medicines Health Regulatory Authority confirmed that the trials were safe. The human trials resumed days after a pause had been announced in the trials after an adverse reaction in one of the participants. AstraZeneca and the Oxford University confirmed that independent investigations concluded that the trials were safe to restart. According to the Oxford University scientists, of the hundreds of potential COVID-19 vaccines in development, 6 are in the final stages of testing, known as Phase 3 clinical trials. Amid COVID-19 pandemic, the National Eligibility cum Entrance Test (NEET) was held today all over the country for admission to the undergraduate medical courses. Over 15 lakh candidates reportedly appeared the exam, which was conducted with all precautions in view of the pandemic. The exam was held between 2 to 5 p.m. In order to maintain social distancing, the National Testing Agency increased the number of exam centers from 2,546 to 3,843, while the number of candidates per room has been reduced from earlier 24 to 12. The crucial exam was deferred twice in view of the pandemic. Today is the 22nd death anniversary of Dr. Talimaran Au, a legendary footballer from Nagaland. In a tweet, Union Minister of State Independent Charge for Youth Affairs and Sports Kiran Rijiju, while recalling that Dr. Au was independent India's first flag bearer and captain of the Indian football team to the London Olympics in 1948, said, "We remember the legend for his inspiration and contribution to make football popular in India." And Nagaland Advisor for Youth Resources and Sports Neikha said, "The state remembers and pays homage to Dr. T. Au, the legendary barefoot footballer from our land, on his 22nd death anniversary." In a message, Zale maintained that late Dr. D. Au is the only son of Nagaland who not only captained the independent India's first football team, but was also the flag bearer of a country's contingent in the 1948 London Olympics, saying that while Dr. T. Au had shown the way, he urged the present generation sports person in Nagaland to choose a particular discipline in order to be professionals and achieve greater heights. Neikha also asserted that the Youth Resources and Sports Department, under the leadership of Chief Minister Neiphu, will spare no effort to promote the enthusiastic sporting talents of Nagaland. To end the news, a repeat of the headlines. Prime Minister Modi dedicates to the nation 3 key projects related to the petroleum sector. Monsoon Session of Parliament will begin from tomorrow and continue till 1st October. Nagaland detects 19 fresh cases while 61 patients recover from COVID-19 infection today. Tally stands at 5,083. And Union Minister Rijiju and Nagaland Advisor Neikha pays homage to Dr. T. Au on his 22nd death anniversary. That's all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.